Namaskar. There's a. I was expecting that you'll be in rooms because it is raining and I'll be free. So I was taking a little rest. So the since it is, but you see, even in this weather, all of you are here. It's really, really something very special. When one of the direct disciples of Sri Krishna, he was asking the Krishna, the Lord Krishna. Krishna was about to give up his body. So he came and he told, as because you are leaving, how I will survive without dharma, without religion? Then Krishna went on giving him different ideas. Then he said, Uddhava, that was his name, he was his friend and also disciple, increase your sattva guna. That, sattva, raja, tama, the three different qualities, sattva, all good qualities. Increase your sattva guna. Then he asked, how I will know that I have developed my sattva guna or developing? Then the Krishna said, when in every situation you will feel like going and listening about me, the God, the discourses on God, you will like it, then know for sure you have developed sattva guna. You have truly developed sattva guna. Otherwise, no one will come. So that sattva guna, since it has come in our life, we should not leave it. We should always try to as maximum possible to develop it. And how? By knowing about God. And this time it is not Advaita Vedanta. It is purely Dvaita about Sri Ramachandra, the God who incarnated as Sri Rama. And this Sri Rama, then about him, when the Narada was asked by the Valmiki, yesterday we discussed about it, and he said that there, of course, there are person. And when he was asking, Kosmin Sampratam Loke Gunavan Kascha Viryavan, I'm reading the Sanskrit because of the beauty of it. Who is there in this modern time, in our time, in the time of Valmiki, that he is the noble and heroic? Also, Dharmagascha Kritagyascha Sattavaka Didapataha. He is virtuous, grateful, truthful, and firm in his promises. And again, he said, Atmaban ko jita krodha, who is self-confident. Atmaban, jita krodha, conquered his anger. Dutiman ko anasuyakaha. He is also beautiful, and at the same time, he can forgive others' fault. All these qualities is there present in any person at our time. Then the Narada in reply said, Vishnuna sadrisho birye, the one who is in might like the Lord Vishnu himself. So Priyadarshana, and he's so beautiful, just like the moon. Kalagni sadrisha krodhe, and when he is angry, he's like the hellfire. And Shamaya Prithivi Samaha. And when he forgives like the earth. So these are the four qualities he mentioned, and he indicated Sri Rama, the Dasharatha Putra. The king Dasharatha's, the son is Sri Rama. So what we find over here, Vishnuna Shadisho Birya. He might like the Vishnu. Then what is this Birya? Birya means self-confidence and tremendous power. That is called Birya. Swami Vivekananda started Vedanta Society in America in 1894, before Belur before Ramakrishna Mission. And in India, he started not Vedanta Society, Ramakrishna Mission. So why? Because India At that time, even today, we are slowly developing self-confidence. We lost our self-confidence because from the 11th century to 19th century, we were under the subjugation of the foreign rulers. And you can imagine so many hundreds of years, the foreigners are ruling the completely different culture, different religion, different everything different than the India. So we lost our self-confidence. And that is called the virya. You should come back. What Swami Vivekananda did for India, why India still remember Vivekananda after almost like 150 years. Whoever comes, the Indian ambassadors to America, whoever comes, the first thing they do, they come to Chicago. And they will go to the place where Vivekananda gave that lecture in Parliament to Religion. I've seen many of them. That's because they always invite me and I accompany them, these Indian ambassadors, to that Parliament to Religion. That hall is still there. Though it has become, there's some adjustments. They will go and touch that particular platform, the wooden platform, where he stood and gave the talk. That's a talk only. It's a lecture only. What he gave? Self-confidence. The moment he spoke, all the 7,000 elites of the society, they started clapping, appreciating, understanding India. And that gave back the self-confidence in the minds of the thousands of Indians. So that Indians can never forget. They're respectful and grateful to Swami Vivekananda because of that. He never made any political movement. Only he gave back the self-confidence. That is called virya. What Sri Ramachandra is giving us? Self-confidence. What is self-confidence? That time, no oppression, nothing was there. Confidence that I am God and I can become God, though I am having a human form. So that is the Vishnuna Shadisho Virya. Why God comes in the human form? To live like us, to grow along with us. And then he is suddenly becoming so big, so different. Then we look at him with awe. My God, how could he change himself in this way? That is the beauty of the avatars. Otherwise, we won't believe in God. The God is there in the heaven. He is watching you. If you do bad things, he will punish you. Let him see. So we will see afterwards. But when the God is living with me, and then I saw him just like me, but suddenly he surpasses everything. Then I also get the confidence. So I too can become like that. It is possible. So this is the birya. And Somvat Priya Darshanaha literally is a very handsome or beautiful like that. Somavat. Soma means the moon. The moon is always, you can look at the moon, full moon, you can look at the moon, not to the sun. Though it is a reflected light, but still it's so beautiful. So the Somavat Priya Darshanaha. Here's a beauty. But what is this beauty? Physical beauty? No. Beauty of thoughts, beauty of mind, beauty of behavior, beauty of your character. That is the beauty. Physical beauty of how long? Is only maybe maximum 25 years. Then again, slowly, if you go to any, what's called that beauty parlor and all that, they cannot help you. Slowly, slowly, all the, so the beauty will go. The what beauty then he is talking about? He's talking about the beauty of your character, your love, your compassion, your unselfishness. All this is the beauty. So he's talking about the Somavat Priyadarshana. He's so lovable, so beautiful. You don't feel afraid to approach him. That is God. And finally, but at the same time, this is also necessary. Kalagni sadrisha krodhe. But don't think that you can just go and do anything with him. No. this far and no farther. And there's a Kalagni Shadrisha Krodha. When he is angry, you cannot look at him. So these two different characters is so beautiful like the moon, at the same time is a ferocious like the hellfire. So these two should be in the same personality. And we find it in Sri Ramachandra, Shamaya Prithivi Shama. Now, when we talk about the Kalagni Sadrisha Krodhe, and when we look about this another avatar of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, in our time, this Sri Ramakrishna, but we never saw him angry, but his personality was completely different. Master Mahashay, the recorder of his conversation, that he talked to Sri Ramakrishna sang, and Sri Ramakrishna, he was so wonderful. And he thought he was a nice person. He went, then came back once again to ask, are you going to give any discourse on some such and such day? I am free, I can come. So when he came back, he found Sri Ramakrishna pacing up and down, but completely different. His personality is Master Mahashay, and he was a highly educated person. But even then, he was afraid to talk to him. The Vivekananda was so wonderful. But sometimes when he is meditating or thinking about himself, it was unapproachable. That's all the Kalagni Shadisho. That is that the personality is completely different. You cannot approach in that way. Shamaya Prithivi Shamaha, like this earth, and constantly forgiving. Why? They give the example of earth. We do so many things on that, but the earth is not doing anything. It's okay. So that constantly go on giving us, okay. You continue, no problem. The great personality, always they behave like that. Jesus, how much mercy he showed to each and everyone. Even we are Hindus, but we worship Jesus. You know why? We always keep the Jesus in our shrine. We worship him as God. You know why? Because of his love, because of his mercy, the way he was forgiving. The time when they were killing him live, nailing him, we can imagine the excruciating pain that the man was having at that time. Even then, he could say, God forgive them, for they do not know what they do. If he is not God, then who is God? So much of love, so much of self-control. He was not cursing them. He was rather praying to God to forgive them. So that is the godly thing. A man is God. How you will understand? He claims, I am Bhagavan. And, in India, anyone growing some white beard declared, I am Bhagavan. Well, how you will judge is very difficult. And beautiful long hair, and then he'll be making himself beautiful. And so I am a Bhagavan. He declared, self-declared Bhagavan. And there are some people, they will also follow, no problem. But the thing is, you cannot just claim like that. Bhagavan means you have to have these characters. Are you having this? You have to pass through the yardstick. Then only people will understand that you were a god, Bhagavan. So Sri Rama, he was having these qualities. Rishi Valmiki composed the Ramayana, and it was 40,000 sloka. The sloka is not just a two-line poem. It's a very special type of construction. So that's called sloka. And it has 7 chapters. Sapta Kanda. Kanda means the chapters, 7 chapters, 40,000 verses, sloka. How the sloka came, I'm just giving that idea, many of you know. Once Valmiki is a normal routine. He was going along with his disciple Bharadwaj by name to bathe in the Tamasa. There was a river at that time, no more now. He was going, suddenly he saw a hunter shot the arrow and killed the male bird. The male and the female, they were very close and they forgot about the whole world. And suddenly, because of that, the male bird fell and the mother bird again and again coming down and crying as if. And that pathetic scene, immediately, the first time from the great Rishi Valmiki, a curse came out. And he said in that curse, Ma Nishada Pratishtha Tvam. You, who is that you? Nishada. Nishada means the hunter. Ma Nishada Pratishtha Tvam Agama Shashati Samaha. Eternally, you will never be honored by the human society. Why? Yat kroncha mithunat ekam badhi kamamohitam. When these two, they were so close together and they were not aware about the world, and without anything, just you killed one, this is very bad. So he cuts that in two lines. Then he started thinking, oh, what have I done? That is his profession. Why this curse has come? And then when he was thinking in that way, Brahma appeared before him. He said, this is also the divine will. This is the first sloka. Sloka will have this many letters and this way it should be formed. And this is the first sloka of the word. And with this sloka, you should write Ramayana. So he composed the Ramayana with 40,000 slokas. That this is the way he mentioned in this way. This was the first sloka. And he wrote Ramayana. Ayana means the path. And what is that Rama? Ramayati iti Rama. One who gives joy, happiness is the Rama. What is Krishna? Karshayati iti Krishna. In a Sanskrit, every word has a name, has a meaning. Karshayati iti Krishna. The one who is attracting you, taking away all your bad karmas, is Krishna. And Rama, who gives you joy. Ramayati iti Rama. And Ramo Ramayatam Bara, he is the giver of bliss. Bara means higher. What is that? Bliss. It's not only happiness, it's the bliss. So if anyone is following the path of Sri Ramachandra, the instructions of Sri Ramachandra, the teachings of Sri Ramachandra, he will get the bliss, the joy, the happiness. Friends, what is the goal of human life? To become a doctor, an engineer, a politician, a rich person? Happiness. Happiness is the goal. We forget that. And when we were children, they always in the Indian society, the moment you are 6 years old, just stepping inside the school, teachers and others and guardians, everyone will go on telling you have to become a doctor, you have to become an engineer, you have to become somebody in the society. And they go on putting in the brain. And then after becoming doctor, we don't find happiness, the joy. But when we turn to ask the question, no, there is no one. Teachers, guardians, all are passed away. Whom to ask? Hey, why you inspired me to become like that? So we want happiness actually. And the happiness comes from two different sources. One, from external objects, another from internal peace. From the external objects, temporary. We go to McDonald's, we enjoy the McDonald's, some food, and then you enjoy. After some time, again it gone. But if you are meditating and getting up after 1 hour with that peaceful mind, it prolongs for a long period of time. So peace, the joy, the happiness, it comes from within and comes from outside also. Choice is yours. If you take from the outside, you will suffer again and again. You will enjoy a little bit. So that is the path the God has come in the form of Sri Rama to show us. Those who leave and they like to go to heaven. There are two conceptions. One is heaven, another is mukti. In the Indian religions, you will find Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, they always talk about liberation, mukti, kaivalya, different words they use. So why they don't talk about the swarga that much? Swarga is there, the stopover. You have done very good thing. You have not hurt anyone. You have not cheated anyone. And because of the good karma, you will go to heaven. It's a nice place. You can be there and enjoy your stay there. But you have to come back. Why? Because you have earned it. And when that your stock, I mean, the will be over, like you have kept some money in the bank and going on spending from there, then one day later will come, only $10 left, no more. So you cannot use your card anymore. Similarly, after doing good work, we go to heaven, we stay over there, we enjoy. Then when that is also spent, you have to come back again. And in the Upanishad, it says, you have to come back. Nakasya prishtite sukrite anubhutve imam lokam inataram bhavishanti. Sorry, I'm using too much of Sanskrit, but you know that you are habituated in that way. This you have to go and enjoy your stay in the Swarga, but after that you have to come back to this world, maybe in human form, maybe in other forms, animals, birds, reptiles, as per your desire. So you have to go down in that. Again, you have to start the life. And there was a game that's called the Ludo. When he was, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to observe. He never played himself. He used to observe how his devotees are playing. And there are snakes are there, and also some steps are there also. So if you put this much, and immediately you get a step and you go from covering one or two lines above. Lucky people, they go on. You know, the last point, when you were in 98, 100 you have to reach, 99, there is a snake. And it is so long, it will come back to end is at 1, 99 and 1. And if you reach to 99 and 98, you will naturally want 2 so that you cross that, jump that, and become free. Fortunately, when they remember almost all the gods and goddesses, pray to them, and then throw that dice, 1 will come. We used to call put. That 1 will come, and you are going down again through the snake to 1, as they call in English, back to square 1. Again, you have to start your life again climbing. So our life is just like that. You are praying to God, you're getting the ladder. When you forget God, snake is there. Again, you have to start from the beginning. So we have to, that's why in the beginning I told, you have already, through the ladder, you have come to Sattva Guna, the highest position. You love religion. You love to listen, the talks. And you love the company of the devotees. You love this environment of the ashrama. Sattva Guna, the very rare quality. And we should not lose it because somebody said something, I am not happy with this person, that person, doesn't matter. God is here. I must come. I must see it. I must meditate. I must go on reading and encouraging myself that this is the way I must get the ladder after ladder so that I go to the ultimate, the bliss, the joy, the happiness. I don't depend on anyone outside. I don't depend on anyone. Somebody is criticizing me, doesn't matter. Praising me, doesn't matter. It is up to him. Suppose you don't understand the language, so no problem for you. Then in Andaman, there was a drunkard. He used to come, I don't know why. He used to come and the night time, he was a fisherman, he used to catch fishes, and he will drink and he will lie just in our temple door. You cannot open the door because he is lying crossing the door. So what to do? There was a boys' hostel. So I used to call the senior boys and all will carry him. The hand, three boys, and this hand, three boys, like that. For 10, 12 people, they'll be dragging him and they will take outside. Andaman, there's not much of population. And there's a seashore. We used to leave him there and open our the door and will be. When we are chanting, he will get up and he will say, hey, why I am outside over here on the street? Then he will go on using abusive language, but that language was Telugu. And none of us understood Telugu. So there's a South Indian language, and we were all happy. So we could understand that he is not happy with us. He's showing like this. So obviously, but as because we don't know the language, then one day one boy joined us. He's from that particular linguistic group, Telugu, and he told Swamiji, he's abusing us. And I don't translate, don't translate. Our peace will be broken. See, if you don't understand, then no problem at all. So we have to close the mind in that way. Oh, you are praising? I close my mind. I see only you are doing like this. It's okay. You are insulting me? I close my mind. I am not accepting it. That is the teaching. So that otherwise, you will always be reacting. Somebody praising, oh, do you like to have a cup of coffee with me so that you can hear more about your praise from him? And then he is not, then you get up and go. And I don't have time. And half cup coffee, that also you're wasted. So this reaction goes on and on. Am I really living at the mercy of others? Shall I? Or I should live in my own term. I am happy, I am happy. That's all. This is exactly what we learn from Sri Ramachandra. Each and every one used to love him, blessed him. We will find over here, and the Yajati, a great king, he experimented his life. That's why we all remember him. He lived 100 years and he enjoyed his life, worldly life, 100 years. And he was not satisfied. He sat for meditation, prayed to God. When the God appeared before him, he said, give me one more time, another 100 years. I like to enjoy the life. I'm not satisfied. The other day, one gentleman came and he told Swamiji, it is good. I have taken initiation. I try to do the remember the God, but my desire to enjoy this world is terrible. So what I should do? Only enjoy. Don't try to stop it. Enjoy it. And when you will have a head clash, then you should stop yourself. So that continued. Yajati did that. Then the God said, I can not give you the extension of your life, but you have 4 sons. If they share their lifespan with you, you can live that life. He went to the first and the second and the third. They said, no, no, no. Only this much life we are having. The 40 years we enjoy. And that if I share with you, then what? Yeah, then I cannot. The last son, the youngest son, he said, no problem, father. This life is yours. You like to take it over? No problem. Take it. Yajati blessed him. He became the king. But, he became old and he took his youth. How? Don't ask. I don't know. The story is like this. He took out that youth and he lived another 50 years. Even then, he was not happy. Then he understood and gave the wonderful dictum. Nayatu kamo kamanam upabhogena samyati. By enjoying the worldly objects, you can never become satisfied. You can never become satisfied. How many times you should have this? To go on, the world will always tempt you. They will say, come in this cruise. We will take you to this Bahama, this place, that place. And you will lie down and enjoy the sea beach. You are alone unnecessarily on the sea beach, so much of dust and the sand, and spending few thousands of dollars thinking I'm enjoying, but actually you are not. There is no one to talk. Only you were sipping some drinks and lying down on the sun, trying to read some books. It is not the time and the place to read. Somehow you are passing your time and thinking I'm enjoying. And you take some pictures and send it to your relatives. Oh, I have enjoyed this. Are you truly enjoy it? Actually not. You are thinking, but not. But if you have a good company, you talk to them and you have good laughter, enjoy many things, exchanging the different views. That is the growth. When I was very young, I joined this order. That novices, they're always asked to serve the senior swamis. The one swami came from Singapore. He was in charge of the Singapore mart. So what is his name? I've forgotten his name now. So I was washing his clothes and this, that, and taking him for a walk, the elderly person. Then I told Swamiji, I like to go to a secluded place in Himalaya so that I can meditate all alone. Then he said, my brother, it is not the place, but the people with whom you live that counts. If you have good friends all around you, that is Himalaya. That is the peaceful place. But if you go to Himalaya, do you think you'll be all alone? You cannot live on the only fruits. And in Himalaya, though, there is no fruit tree. You have to come down for begging. And the moment you go to the villages, they will be commenting on you. The same problem. So if you have good friends around you, you are really, really living a very happy life. We find that if you want to go to heaven, Yajati, after that experience, he is teaching us there are 7 doors. And what are the doors? First is Dhanam, charity, Tapa, austerity, Shama, purity of minds, Dhamma, control of senses, Lajja, modesty or humbleness, Sharalata, the simplicity, and also Daya, kindness. These are the 7 doors to reach to heaven. That means you have to develop good qualities. What is God? Swami Vivekananda truly gave the excellent definition of God. The Swami Vivekananda said, unselfishness is God. See, we talk about God, there are so many definitions of gods are there. But Swami Vivekananda, almost in half a sentence, he said, unselfishness is God. The moment you become completely unselfish, you are God yourself. Whenever we talk about God, we always turn towards the sky. We think the God will come down and he is having this many hands and the light is coming out from his body. All these imaginary things. Actually, God, you're all good qualities. I saw an advertisement. Sometimes they're so good. I don't know who does this. The one young boy, maybe many of you have seen, the one young boy, he was packing some biscuits and some things, cookies, and then some drinks. And then the mother asked, hey, where you are going? I'm going to search the God. He completed his church class, the Sunday class, and from the pulpit, the father said, you must search God. Young boy of 8, 9 years, 10 years. So he thought, I must go for searching the God. Then he was packing. So when you're searching, he needs that to eat. So he told his mother, I'm going to search for God. The mother told, okay, but come back before evening, before your father comes back. He said, okay. So he left. He was searching here, there, looking. Then he got tired. There's no God. Then he went to a place at the corner of a park. There was a bench. An elderly lady was sitting over there, almost like the homeless. And this boy went and sat and he looked at the lady. And then slowly he opened the bag to eat. The lady was looking at it, what he's going to eat. She was hungry. Then the little boy thought, well, I'm having many packs, so I can share. So the grandma, do you like to eat it? Oh, I'm starving. It will help me. Give me that food. So she took it. Then he took out the Coke. Do you like to have it? Oh, sure. Then both of them sat closely and they were enjoying. The little boy of 10 years and this grandma, the lady of 70, and they were all having like nice fun, chatting each other, enjoyed the time, ate, and then both they went to different in their own directions. When the boy returned back, the mother asked, "Did you find the God?" "Of course I found." But he was telling in a different way, God is not man, he's a woman. It's like my grandma, because of the love he got from that elderly lady. The love is God. And the old lady, when she was returning to her shelter, another lady was asked, "How come that you are so happy? It looks like so happy." Then she told, Today I saw God." But they tell the wrong thing. God is child. He's not a grown-up man. He's a child and full of love. So God is Love. God is love. Where you are searching God? If we generate love within us, that is God. Love is there within us, but we love only our kith and kin. But when we break that boundary and embrace each and every one, you become God yourself. God is unselfishness and God is love. The moment you discriminate, give the boundary, then you are separate from God. So Sri Rama, he is teaching this. From Yayati, we found that dana, charity. Sri Rama, a boy of 14 years only, hardly 14 or 18 that time. So what he did, he was to be the king. The coronation was already announced. Then suddenly a stepmother told, "No, my son should be the king. You should go in exile." Without hesitation, he said, "No problem. You like to take this? I am very happy." So that is called dana. He had the capacity to control and to conquer, but he didn't do that. He gave it up. That is called the dana because he knew this world cannot give us the permanent happiness. Austerity, so much he practiced. The in Andaman, I think you also do that, Ramnam. And then today there will be Ramnam. And I don't know where from the tradition came, whenever there will be Ramnam, there will be Khichudi. You know Khichudi? The mixing of the pulses and the rice, and they will cook, and it's very tasty. Of course, if you can cook properly. Then this, and every time when there will be the Ramnam, there will be Khichudi to offer. One gentleman, he was a officer in the Indian, the shipping company. So he used to come for the Khichudi. And I told him, "Why don't you come little 1 hour early so you can attend our Ramna?" "Ram, don't talk about him. I don't like Rama." What happened? He said, "Rama banished his wife, and when she was pregnant, I cannot forgive Rama." That's true. Many people, they complain about Rama that how come he asked his wife to go into jungle when she was pregnant. No, not the jungle, to the Rishi's cottage. Because people, they were criticizing. This thing we will discuss tomorrow in the last talk, what actually the teachings of Ramayana. This we will discuss there. This Rama, he practiced austerity as because his beloved wife was living in the ashrama. She was lying on the floor, not on the bed. She was eating very simple food. Rama, also being a king, he was also lying on the floor. He was also eating very simple food. He was also practicing same austerity, even being a king. So this is Rama. That is called the Tyaga, and that is called Tapasya. Not only he lived in that 14 years in the jungle, after becoming the king also, all through his life, he knew that he has two sons, Lava, Kusha. They were twin brothers. They're so beautiful, so cute. But the Rama couldn't call them. And he had to restrain in that way. And Dhamma, the purity of the mind. Never, ever any other thing crossed Rama's mind. When the Rama's wife was not there, Sita was not there, and the mothers and the guru, they asked Rama, you can marry again, because the Kshatriyas, they can marry 2, 3 times. His father was having 3 wives, so you can also marry. Rama told no. Except Sita, I'm not looking at any other girl. Then they organized in a yajna, then where the husband and wife both should sit side by side and perform that. Rama told, in that case, you made an image of Sita. With that golden image, I will say, but I'm not going to marry any other. So that was the control of his mind. And Dhamma, control of the senses. Then we can see that Rama could become the king of all places. But he said, no, that is okay. Whatever is there, I am supposed to rule, I will rule. All the sense organs, lajja, that is the humbleness. He knew everything. He was so much powerful. Even then, he was so humble before his elders, his gurus. These are the things we must learn from Sri Rama, because these will help us to go to heaven. And he was so simple, simple like a child. And he was asking different questions to different people. And he was just like the young people. And he was going very simple way. But when once it so happened, all were that time he almost ready to have the war with the Ravana who abducted his wife Sita. You know that story. And he was going. So obviously, before the war, you always have some friends who will be with you in the war. And there was the 2 brothers, Bali and Shugriva. Yesterday, we discussed about the Banara civilization. The Bali was the king, very powerful. And Bali defeated Ravana. So obviously, Lakshmana was going on telling Rama, why to go to Sugriva? Bali is more powerful. And Bali can defeat Ravana alone. Bali defeated Ravana thrice. Ravana is afraid of Bali. If you develop friendship with Bali, then it will be good. Rama told, see, Bali, by character is not good. I will never ever accept anyone who in character is not good. Then the others also, Hanuman and others, and they were also saying, Bali is good. If you, Lakshmana again and again, pestering. Then the Rama said, do you think I need someone to kill Ravana? I can kill Ravana in any moment. I'm just giving them opportunity to help me so that they will get the blessings. So this is the in secret. When the God comes, they can do themselves, but they take the help. The Krishna asked the Arjuna, you must fight. Arjuna said, no, I am not going to fight because they are all my friends, my relatives. The Krishna said, it has already been done. Nimitta matra bhavasabhyasachin. Sometimes we think that we are doing. We take all credit. Oh, because I was there, this I have done, I have done, I have done. Do you think you have done? Anyone could do it. If the God willed, you can. You got that opportunity. So be humble and say, I'm lucky that God chose me for this particular purpose. Swami Vivekananda said, whenever any task will come, then you have to think that I'm lucky that God has chosen me for this particular purpose. So this is spirituality. We talk about spirituality. Sometimes some people say, we are not religious, we are spiritual. What is spirituality? You don't understand what is religion, and you have understood spirituality. Spirituality is the fulfillment of religion. And what is religion? Realization is religion. Again, Swami Vivekananda. He said, realization. Religion is realization. What is the realization? Realization that I am part and parcel of the same divinity, which is everywhere, that conscious. Now, I will just go a little faster and complete it, this portion. At the age of 12, Sri Rama finished his study and came back from his Guru Griha. And he was Dhritiman because he had the capacity to understand the purport of the spirituality. So sometimes people are reading the Upanishads. Upanishads are not teaching religion, it's teaching the ultimate truth. You will find Upanishad is not giving any argument because this is the statement of fact. You like it or not, accept it or not, this is this. Ham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. I am that Brahman and you are also that. No, 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 go away. Then you go and think like that. Upanishad rishis has no time to explain. It is the philosophers they come, then they will explain it. This is he was Dhritiman. Only those who understand, immediately you'll understand. I will give an example. Can I get extra 5 minutes? Mhm. Because I was late in 5 minutes. So sorry. This is just to explain this Dhriti. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he went into the trance and then came back and he was telling compassion to human being. No, 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 no. You cannot show your compassion. You are a humble man. How can you show the compassion to another person? Sheva, Sheva, service to humanity. That is okay. There were so many other people. It is only the 18, 19 years young man, Narendranath, who became Swami Vivekananda. He immediately realized that and he said, oh, what have I learned today? If I get an opportunity, I'm going to tell to everyone. So the karma yoga that you find in the Ramakrishna mission because of this. This karma yoga came from that realization. Religion is realization. And you have to practice the swadharma. Rama and Lakshmana, they went with the Vishwamitra. And Vishwamitra was giving them, and it was like an educational tour. He took them, these two brothers, to different places and showing them, see, these are the people. Their different cultures are there, languages are there, but they are your subject. You are supposed to protect them. Here, there was a beautiful city, but some people came and destroyed it. You are supposed to protect them, these people. And this is your swadharma. You are Kshatriya, you are the king. It is your responsibility. You will be in somewhere protected by all this, all our great leaders. The 7 lines protection, they are there. What about us? Only they will leave and everything will be all right. The king should be courageous. He should be in the forefront. And our present day kings, they're all taking their protection and their children, bus, that's all. That is not the Kshatriya Dharma. That is not the religion of the Kshatriyas. He was teaching them. He taught not only the philosophy and the economy, the sociology, geography, history, but also he gave them military training. This Vishwamitra. These two brothers, they learned many things. How to utilize in the war when you are fighting, how to use your soldiers and how you should the techniques that they learn, all they learn from them. Then one day they reached to another kingdom. It was the Mithila. The Janaka was there, and the Janaka and his wife Sunayana, Janaka's wife was Sunayana. They greeted them and they told, see, you have to, and they're ready to give marriage to Sita, the beautiful, the lady. So you can marry my daughter, but one thing is there called Pauna, Panpratha. That is a curse in our society nowadays. If you have to marry, then the daughter's father have to pay a lot of money to the person. So that is a wrong thing. Exactly opposite it was. The father used to feel proud. And he used to say, if you like to marry my daughter, you have to show your might. That is what pon. Pon means pratigya. Pratigya, that he took the promise. Unless and until someone showing this, I'm not going to give my marriage to my daughter. Janaka told, there is a bow that I received from Shiva, very hard to sting it. If you have the power in your hand and can make the bow that way and sting it, then I will give my daughter to. No one could do that. And this young man, Rama, 13 years old, but so powerful. Well, let me try. And his guru encouraged him, Vishwamitra, why not? You go. And he at ease he did it. Not only that, in that process, he broke that also. It was so powerful. And when he was folding it, trying to fold it, he broke it. That way, he got that Sita. Then they were very happy. The news went to the Dasharatha. Dasharatha was also very happy because they all knew about the Sita, the most beautiful daughter of Janaka. Then the full group came. And when they came over there, seeing the other brothers, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, then Janaka told, and Sunayana requested them, we have another 3 girls in our house. Why don't you give the marriage to all your sons? The 4 brothers, they married 4 sisters of that family. The Rama married Sita. The Sita, she is having also another name, Janaki, because his father was Janaka. Then Vaidehi, because that land was called Videha. Then Maithili, because from that the capital was Mithila, so Maithili. These 4 names of the Sita. But she was a foster daughter, not actual daughter, was a foster daughter. The Sita. The Rama married Sita. Lakshmana married the real daughter of Janaka, Urmila. Then Janaka's brother, Kushadwaja, his daughter was Mandavi, married to Bharata, that Bharat. And then Shatrughna married Srutakirti. She was the daughter of another brother, Kushabhojana. Janaka's actual name was Shiradhaja. His brother was Kushadhaja. He was Shiradhaja. Janaka was the family title. So all people, they say Janaka. Then came the Parashuram. I think if you're interested, you have to come tomorrow. Rama, he was the God himself. And the God, in conclusion, we must understand, in human form, he's not human. Why? Because of wonderful qualities, which is almost impossible for ordinary people to show. That much of control over the mind, no anger, so much of love, so much of sacrifice, so much of concern for others. Is not ordinary person cannot do it. So this is the God. Someone told Swami Vivekananda, why you say Sri Ramakrishna is God? Then Swamiji said, these qualities. Can you show it to any other person? Without God, no one can have so many qualities. So we will discuss that and maybe tomorrow. Today, I conclude with a small the portion, the Swamiji, Vivekananda's composition on Sri Rama. And this we sing in this way. I'm not a singer. If I make mistake, please forgive me. Achandala pratihatarayo yasya prema prabaho lokatita api pahana jaho loko kalyana margam त्रैलोक्योऽपि अप्रतिम महिमा जानकी प्राणबन्धो त्रैलोक्योऽपि अप्रतिम महिमा Janaki prana bando bhaktya jnanam brita bharabapuhu sitaya yohi Rama. One who belongs to Sita, that Rama, I bow down. But full translation tomorrow again.